Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Folks, I come to you tonight breathing easy because the White House has finally announced they plan to end the COVID public health emergency in May. Take that, COVID! We beat you! Shove that up your nose and rotate it 5 times. This has been a long time coming. I wish you could see the smiles on the faces of my audience. And I wish I could too, because they're still wearing masks. The end is near. The end is near. This is a huge moment. After all the COVID we've all been through, the Delta variant, Omicron BA2, XBB.1.5, Z95, the home of classic rock. For the record, the White House isn't saying COVID is gone, just that we're past the worst of it. And we can now treat the virus as an endemic threat to public health that can be managed. So COVID's no longer an emergency, just a disease we're all gonna live with forever. Phew. Oh, speaking of things that won't go away, we've got an update on New York Congressman George Santos. Seen here after taking a latte that was clearly marked Susan. Take the money and run. It looks like Santos might be finally facing some consequences because after meeting yesterday with Kevin McCarthy, today, Santos announced that he is stepping down from his committee assignments, the Committee on Small Business and the Committee on Science, Space, and Technology. Well, that's a shame because they won't benefit from his expertise. I mean, after all, Santos was the first dog in space. Yeah. Went up with the Russians. We're also learning about Santos's district office in Queens. Reporters went there this week and found that the awning is still labeled for the previous congressman, Thomas R. Swazi. So even his office has an alias. Fun fact, before it was the previous congressman's office, the space was a massage parlor that neighbors worried sold more than just foot rubs. So once again, Santos has brought great shame, this time to a former massage parlor, because unlike his constituents, at least the people who went there got a happy ending. But there is happy ending.
Yeah, take a walk. Yeah.
There is some real congressional business going on at the office. In fact, recently, one of Santos's constituents called in search of a college recommendation for his son. Well, Santos is famous for his college recommendation. Don't go and say you did. Here's a little bit of good news. Manhattan prosecutors have started presenting a case against the former president to a grand jury. Specifically, the Stormy Daniels hush money case. Shucky ducky, Stormy Daniels is back, baby. It's 2018 all over again. Everybody get horny for Salt Bae. And what else happened? Tide Pods. For those of you who don't remember the Stormy Daniels scandal, gather ye round, and I will tell thee a tale of woe and woe. Allegedly, Daniels definitely had sex with the former president after a celebrity golf tournament in 2006. Daniels says that during their encounter of sexing, the then Apprentice host asked her to spank him with his own magazine that had a picture of his face on it. Now, if you're having trouble imagining that, it's all chronicled in the movie 50 Shades of Stormy did not give the former president a 5-star review, saying it may have been the least impressive sex I've ever had, and said the former president had a male member like the mushroom character in Mario Kart. And I'm being told we have a statement from his penis.
Kill me!
No. That's sad. That is sad. That is not unusual. Now, none of what I just described to you was a crime, but this is. In the run-up to the 2016 election, the former president's lawyer, Michael Cohen, paid Stormy Daniels a $130,000 hush agreement to not discuss their alleged affair. Affair? Really? Isn't Affair, kind of a fancy word for a 3-minute spank and boink. Kind of like calling a meth lab Maison du Crank. Then the former president, who was, at the time, a candidate for federal office, recorded the payment as legal fees. Now that is, to use technical legal jargon, illegal. In New York, it's called fraud, so if the jury indicts, he could face up to 4 years in prison. Now, I never thought I would say this about that man, but 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years. Former president is on the defense, truthing last night. The radical left Manhattan DA just leaked that they are still going after the Stormy Horse-Faced Daniels bull. They long ago missed the statute of limitations, never had an affair. This is old news. That's a bit of a scattershot defense. I'm innocent. Plus, I committed that crime years ago. It didn't happen, and it'll never catch me. Well, here's something everybody likes to talk about. Monkeys. They're just like us, except they look amazing in a vest and a tiny hat. But there's some monkey business going on, and I'll tell you all about it in my new segment, Stephen Colbert's Monkey Mysteries.
Stephen Colbert's Monkey Mysteries.
Our first monkey mystery comes from Texas, where the Dallas Zoo believes 2 of its monkeys were stolen. Let's see these missing monkeys. Holy Lorax! Finally, proof that Wilford Brimley evolved from an ape. But, there you go. There you go. And we're back. But these missing monkeys are merely the tip of the Dallas Zoo mystery berg, because earlier this month, a young clouded leopard escaped from its exhibit through a cutout hole. Fortunately, zoo officials announced that the leopard was spotted. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. Thank you. That joke from Little Richie Dom, age 8. Thank you, Richie. Our next case in our magical monkey mystery tour comes from Louisiana, where police are looking for 12 squirrel monkeys stolen from a local zoo. No! 12 monkeys? It's just like that movie, 101 Dalmatians. If the monkeys were dogs and there were 89 more monkeys. Authorities are overwhelmed. Here's the local police chief.
32 years in law enforcement, hadn't really investigated the theft of squirrel monkeys. But we're going to continue to investigate it just like any other crime that has taken place.
Which raises the question, how does this guy investigate any other crime that has taken place? Someone's robbed the bank. Quick, check the treetops and lock down the bananas. Now, police are asking locals for help finding the 12 missing monkeys, saying if you hear anything suspicious, such as within a neighbor's home or noises that are out of the norm, let law enforcement know. I'm saying that could lead to some strange phone calls. Hello, 911. I'm looking at my neighbor's house, and I think I just saw 12 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Wait, one fell down and bumped his head. Now it's just 11 little monkeys on the bed. We've got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Jessica Chastain and the author of 8 Rules of Love, Jay Shetty. And when we come back, meanwhile, no more monkeys jumping on the bed.